Hello everyone. In this video I will discuss one of the films called Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead. And never forget that I always pray for you and your family to be happy and healthy always. The film begins when a young man named Tendo Akira is suddenly chased by hundreds of zombies. However, instead of fearing the zombies, he is afraid of being late for work with his boss at the office. The scene then shifts to a year ago, when Akira had just graduated as a bachelor. He appeared very excited and happy because it was his first day going to work at a commercial industrial company. Akira has always aspired to work for a commercial company so he could meet many top celebrities, which makes him feel very fortunate because he can finally realize his dreams. On his first day of work, Akira is welcomed by his boss and the department head named Kosugi. He is also greeted by a beautiful woman named Oktori, who works as a producer. That night, when Akira attends a dinner event with them, he thanks everyone there for welcoming him so well. But when it's time to go home, Kosugi suddenly says they still have work to do, so they are forced to work overtime to finish it. Initially, Akira thinks that working overtime on the first day is normal, but the longer he works there, Akira has no time to go home. He often stays overnight at the office with other employees because of the excessive workload imposed on them. In addition, the department head Kosugi often scolds Akira, even though Akira only wants to ask him something, which makes Akira realize that he is actually working for a black company, a company that often exploits its employees to work continuously without giving any rest time at all. Akira then tells his old friend named Konzo about it, and Konzo says that Akira should quit his job so that he can do whatever he wants without being trapped by a job that always burdens him. Konzo even suggests that he should approach a beautiful model who is the daughter of his business associate to improve his reputation, which makes Akira very jealous until they eventually argue. In short, while Akira was doing his job at the shooting location, Oktori suddenly approached him, asking if Akira was okay because he looked very pale, like a zombie. Hearing this, Akira expressed admiration for Oktori's hard work, but Oktori said she wasn't as strong as Akira thought. One day, Kosugi, in anger, approached Akira because he hadn't finished the work assigned to him earlier, leaving Akira with no choice but to complete all the tasks, although he really wanted to quit the company, as Konzo had suggested before. The workload began to take a toll on Akira's mental health, and he even thought about jumping in front of a passing train, but stopped when a door blocked him. The next day, exhausted, Akira wished for a meteor to fall on the city so he wouldn't have to work at the dark company anymore, but it seemed like an unlikely hope. Then, when Akira was about to go to the office, he tried to greet the old man who usually guarded the front of his boarding house, but unknowingly, the old man had turned into a zombie and chased Akira. Akira tried to escape the zombie attacks coming from various directions until he managed to pass through an iron gate blocking the zombies. Initially terrified because the world had been destroyed by a zombie outbreak, Akira suddenly became excited when he realized he didn't have to work for the dark company that had taken away his freedom. On his first day not working, Akira wanted to check on Oktori to see if she had survived the zombie outbreak. When Akira tried to contact Oktori, she asked him to come to her apartment. Meanwhile, a married couple panicked, believing they couldn't survive the zombie outbreak that had destroyed the city. Unexpectedly, they were surprised by Akira's presence as he descended the building. Akira then asked if the couple wanted to order something, as he planned to go to the nearest mini-market, and they both said they needed some food supplies and fruits. Without hesitation, Akira hurried to Oktori's place using his bike, paying no mind even when chased by several zombies in the vicinity. Long story short, after arriving at Oktori's apartment, he immediately went inside to check if Oktori was still alive. As Akira opened her door, he was startled to find Oktori asking for help because their boss, now turned into a zombie, was also inside. Akira then attempted to fight the zombie, but it proved too strong, forcing Akira to resort to his American football moves until he finally defeated the zombie boss. When Akira realized that Oktori was also starting to turn into a zombie, he expressed all his feelings to her and thanked her for being the only one who had kept him going this far. In short, when Akira was about to return to the top of the building, he was shocked to find the apartment of the married couple now in ruins, filled with blood, which saddened Akira as he felt lonely. Fortunately, he remembered Oktori's words encouraging him to do whatever he wanted, leading him to decide to make a list of 100 things he wanted to do before becoming a zombie, such as going on a date with a flight attendant, riding a motorcycle, dyeing his hair, and many more. The next day, Akira began to fulfill his entire list, starting with cleaning his room and reading comics. Then he went to the mini-market to shop without looking at the price tags. He did all this happily because he no longer had to worry about anything.
できた。なんだこのサメ。よしよしよしよしよし。よし。
On the third day, while camping on the rooftop, Akira realized he hadn't bought any barbecue seasoning, so he decided to visit the nearest mini-market to buy the ingredients first. There, Akira was attacked by a woman who mistook him for a zombie, but after convincing her that he was human, the woman finally took off her helmet, making Akira's heart tremble at the sight of the beautiful woman named Shizuka. Shortly after, when a zombie suddenly entered the mini-market, Shizuka immediately showed her self-defense skills. She even had some unique items to attract the attention of the zombies. After seeing Shizuka's skills, Akira, who had been single for a long time, was momentarily interested and invited Shizuka to come with him. But Shizuka scolded Akira for being careless and immediately left. Then when Akira was back home, he began to feel lonely again, which made him recall his friend Konzo, who had once been his teammate when he played rugby in the inter-university championship. Although Konzo was a playboy, he was the only one who always cared about Akira while he was still working at that dark company. And since Akira had some free time, he decided to contact Konzo, hoping that Konzo was still alive amidst the zombie outbreak that had devastated the entire city. Fortunately, Konzo was still alive, but it seemed he was having a hard time as he was now trapped in a hotel with a woman who had turned into a zombie, and the area around the hotel was also filled with hundreds of zombies. There, Konzo said he might not survive much longer because he had run out of food supplies, and even his water supply was running very low. But Akira reassured Konzo not to worry, because he would soon head there to rescue him. Riding his motorcycle, Akira attempted to reach Konzo's location while avoiding several zombies trying to block his path. In short, after Akira arrived at Kabukicho, where Konzo was located, he realized that there were far more zombies there than he had anticipated. However, despite this, Akira seemed to have learned from what Shizuka had done earlier, which was to attract the attention of the zombies using a speaker. Then, when the zombies were distracted, Akira immediately ran towards Konzo's location. However, because there were still many zombies there, Akira had no choice but to use his American football moves to evade the zombies. On the other hand, Konzo, who was very frightened, suddenly began to think about his past, particularly when he failed to throw the ball, leading his team to lose in the inter-university rugby tournament. This made him feel deeply regretful, and he even wished he could apologize to Akira, because if they had won the tournament, Akira would have become more famous and wouldn't have to work at the dark company that had been causing him so much stress. Then, when Konzo resigned himself to his fate, all the zombies there suddenly disappeared without a trace. It turned out that Akira had lured the zombies away, enabling him to finally find Konzo. Akira then tried to apologize because he hadn't listened to Kenzo's advice to leave the dark company. Meanwhile, Konzo also apologized to Akira for being the one who made Akira's future bleak. Unfortunately, their conversation turned out to be too loud, attracting the attention of the zombies who began to gather. However, fortunately, they both managed to escape from the zombie attack. In short, after they successfully saved themselves from the pursuit of the zombies, Konzo gave Akira a special gift in the form of a delicious dinner because Konzo was very skilled in cooking. Without further ado, they both enjoyed the dinner together while sharing their life experiences after graduating from university. There, Akira told Kenzo that he had a list of things he wanted to do before becoming a zombie. And when Kenzo found out that Akira considered him a friend, Konzo decided to help Akira fulfill that list. He was very confident that Akira could save many people from this zombie outbreak. When Akira heard Konzo's words about saving many people, he realized that since childhood, he had dreamed of becoming a superhero who could save many people, so he immediately wrote it down in his book. However, even so, Konzo warned Akira not to try anything strange, like jumping from a building or breaking through the zombies alone, because he was not Superman or Spider-Man with superpowers. In short, on the 6th day after the zombie outbreak spread worldwide, Konzo suggested to Akira that they should leave Tokyo because it was one of the most populous cities in the world. Thus, they would surely have difficulty if thousands of zombies suddenly came and tried to attack them. Hearing this, Akira said that he wanted to go somewhere first, namely the Marine Paradise Aquarium in the Ibaraki district, because he wanted to get a diving suit made of super lightweight steel that could withstand shark bites. With this suit, he could more easily become a hero in fighting the zombies, and he wouldn't have to worry anymore if the zombies bit him while he was saving others. Akira said that they should prepare some supplies first, and Konzo suggested that they go to the nearby alley. Along the way, they finally saw a camping car, which made Akira very happy, because vacationing in that car was one of the desires he had written on his list. However, Konzo urged Akira to get the supplies first because there were still many zombies around who could attack them at any time. As they were about to enter one of the shops, suddenly Akira and Kenzo saw a bus stop nearby, and there were many people who were still alive, including Shizuka. Unfortunately, Akira and Kenzo couldn't save many people. There were only 2 flight attendants, a bus driver, and Shizuka, who managed to escape the zombie chase. The bus driver told them that they were on their way to the Marine Paradise Aquarium because there was reportedly enough food supply and safety for the survivors there. However, one thing they didn't realize was that the bus driver there had already been bitten by a zombie, but he tried to cover it up. Consequently, when the bus driver turned into a zombie, he attacked and bit the 2 flight attendants who were there. Akira, Kenzo, and Shizuka, who were still alive, tried to save themselves as they were trapped with the 3 zombies. Fortunately, thanks to their cooperation, the 3 of them managed to escape using the camping car. Since that day, the 3 of them have set off for the Marine Paradise Aquarium. The long journey brought them closer together, and they even took the time to engage in various enjoyable activities during the trip, from having fun by the river, paragliding, to soaking in hot springs. On the 10th day, Akira, Kenzo, and Shizuka finally arrived at the Marine Paradise Aquarium. However, before they arrived, their car had some trouble because there were several spikes deliberately placed on the road leading to Marine Paradise. Upon realizing this, Akira was surprised to see Kosugi in front of him. It turned out that before the outbreak occurred, Kosugi and some employees were shooting an advertisement inside the aquarium. Since the aquarium was closed, they managed to survive by eating the fish there. Since then, Kosugi has invited other survivors to come to the aquarium. Not without reason, these people were even made employees to prepare food and take care of all needs. Because they were given security assurances, these people couldn't refuse and always obeyed Kosugi's orders. Additionally, Kosugi intentionally kept some zombies locked up and used them as punishment for anyone who disobeyed his orders. Regularly, Kosugi also sent supply teams to go out and search for food or other necessities outside the premises. There, Akira met a married couple who had previously asked for his help. Since that day, Akira has felt the suffering of being a servant or employee again. Kenzo and Shizuka, who intended to help him, were prevented by the elders because if they resisted, they would all be expelled and handed over to the zombies. The next day, a member of the supply team sent to search for food did not realize that a zombie had entered their container. The supply team member then brought the zombie into the aquarium area, instantly causing chaos. At the same time, Kenzo and Shizuka urged Akira to escape from the place. Initially, Akira refused because he didn't want his 2 friends to face danger outside. However, after Shizuka convinced him, Akira finally agreed. Shortly after, they saw a horde of zombies beginning to attack the place. Akira, Kenzo, and Shizuka immediately directed people to hide in a room. When they met Kosugi, Kenzo was angry with him because as the leader, he shouldn't have left his employees. Suddenly, a zombie shark emerged from the aquarium. Initially, they thought the shark wouldn't be able to chase them on land, but suddenly the shark extended several legs, enabling it to chase them all. The frightened people ran, as directed by Akira, and hid in a room. When Akira realized that Kosugi was still trapped outside, he decided to go out and save Kosugi. Before going out, Kenzo told Akira to wear a shark bite-proof costume so that he wouldn't get hurt if bitten by the shark or zombies. Like a superhero in movies, Akira demonstrated his ability to save Kosugi from the shark. Because the shark was very strong, Akira felt overwhelmed, while Kosugi escaped and saved himself. Fortunately, Akira received help from Kenzo, and eventually, Akira left the place and found Kosugi being surrounded by several zombies. Thanks to the costume he was wearing, Akira was not injured, even though he was bitten by several zombies at once. Meanwhile, at the same time, Kenzo also managed to escape from the shark and trap it against a holy wall. Suddenly, Shizuka came carrying 2 loudspeakers, which she used to attract the attention of the zombies and make them fall into the aquarium. Just as they were enjoying their victory, the shark broke free again and attacked Kosugi. Shizuka then came up with the idea of defeating the shark by giving it an electric shock at its weak point, located in its head. Kenzo took responsibility for throwing the battery to Akira so that Akira could hit the shark's head with the battery. This moment reminded Akira and Kenzo of their team's defeat caused by Kenzo's hesitation when throwing the ball. Akira tried to convince Kenzo, and he succeeded in overcoming his fear and doubt. Thanks to their cooperation, Akira managed to electrocute the shark. After succeeding, Akira and the survivors divided all the remaining supplies. They decided to part ways and find a safe place without having to follow orders from others. As for Kosugi, no one wanted to join him, so he was left alone at the place. Now, Akira, Kenzo, and Shizuka are all filling out their bucket lists and preparing to fulfill their every wish together, and the movie finally concludes. From this movie, we learn that the reality of corporate slavery is sometimes far crueler than we imagine. They can even be likened to zombies, who are forced to work continuously with very short rest times. So how about you, corporate slaves? Can any of you relate to this film? And that's it for the story series of this film. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to support this channel by subscribe, like and share. See you in the next video. Goodbye.